Welcome back, Panther fans, to another episode of Panther Tales, or NFL fans, it doesn't matter. Whoever is checking out this channel, what's up? Welcome back. This is your host, Wissam. Today we have a nice episode. We're going to be doing a little draft breakdown. The draft just happened. The off season is flying by. I don't know if it's felt that way for you guys, but in like a month and a half, training camp's going to be starting, and then literally we're back in the thick of things. So the draft just happened. We got new players. We're in rookie mini camp right now, and mini camps all along. The players are back. So yeah, a lot of stuff going on right now in the football world. It's crazy how fast it's come back. I know we're not fully back yet, and we still got a couple months to go, but with how things are flying right now, it'll be here before you know it. So, yeah, man, I just want to talk about the players we picked and talk a little bit about them, and then we'll watch a little bit of highlights and uh, we'll go from there. So, I was at the beach when when we were drafting. I took my PTO, my week-long vacation at the beach, completely forgetting that the draft was on. So the majority of the time I didn't even really watch. I spent a lot of my time at the beach in the sun. Like, I was completely tired and beat after the days I was spending just like cooking out there. So I was watching the draft, but I fell asleep while picking. So the following mornings I was able to see who we got, react, stuff like that. So going into the draft, honestly, no idea who I even thought we would get or target. You kind of hear about names just from, watching or looking at mock drafts and stuff like that. And, they were mocking that tight end from Oregon, Sadiq, to join our team, or one of the wide receivers, um, like Tyson from Arizona, who he went number 8, so not even a chance to get him. And then just like all these different players all around, we could have gone so many different ways. Another one was a safety who actually went a couple picks after we chose our player. So like, you never know, but I loved what we did because beefing up the offensive line and beefing up the defensive line, like, that's the best thing you could do. Just like, if you ever want to not be the worst team ever, just have at least a good offensive line or defensive line. You won't be the worst team. But when both of those are strong, it just makes the whole team better because it starts with them. If there's no pressure on the quarterback or the running backs, a play could be made. If there is pressure on the quarterback because your defense is good, you could cause turnovers. So, yeah, with our first two picks, that's what we did. But let's talk about our first pick. Our first pick, at pick 19, was offensive tackle Monroe Freeling out of the University of Georgia. 6'7", 315 pounds, and 21 years old. Didn't play that much. Sorry, doesn't have that many years of experience, but the measurables are incredible, and like his agility, like he's a better pass blocker than he is run blocker as of right now, and he's got really long arms. So to add someone like that to your team is huge, especially because you don't know what's going on with Icky, like how he's gonna recover from his injury. Who is our current starting left tackle? Not right now as he's recovering. And then we signed left tackle Rasheed Walker from Green Bay this offseason on a 1-year deal, who he's a starter already. So your projected starting lineup is Rasheed Walker at left tackle, Damian Lewis at guard, Luke Fortner at center, Robert Hunt at the other guard position, and then Taylor Moton at just right tackle. So Monroe Freeling might not even start. Do I want him to start? Of course. the more experience you get, the better you'll be, especially at this type of position. If it was like a quarterback or something like that, sure, I don't mind him sitting out. But for a tackle position, a position of like this, I would of course love him to play and get reps in. But right now, he might not have to. So just keep that in mind. With our second in the second round, pick 49, we picked up defensive tackle Lee Hunter out of Texas Tech. His nickname is the Fridge, which is sick. He's 6'3", 318 pounds, and he's 23 years old. But out of all the draft picks we have chosen, this guy seems to be my favorite so far. I just like his attitude. I like his size. Dude he's a big boy, man, and like you could always use those type of players. Him and Derek Brown next to each other with Bobby Brown still there, and like Cam Jackson from last year too. It's just like you got a lot of big bodies, and then adding Jalen Phillips this offseason, and then Nick Scorin coming back, and Princely Umami Yellen, like both on their second years. There's a lot to be excited about on our defensive line. Lee Hunter just adds another mean edge to our team, and like he's gonna be really beneficial. He is my favorite draft pick from this year's class so far. Round 3, pick 83, we got wide receiver Chris Brazzell II out of Tennessee. He's a 6'4", 198-pound receiver. That's by the way light. If you're 6'4", man, you need to be like 210, 215 at least. And look, I know you're a speed receiver, but regardless, that's still skinny for being 6'4". 22 years old. The awesome thing about this guy is he was a Panther fan growing up. So just imagine like any of you Panther fans watching this team, being good enough to play football, then it's your time to be drafted, and you get drafted to your favorite team ever. That is so cool. I think that'll give him just like an extra reason to go hard, and he seems to be exactly what we need. Like it puts a little bit of pressure on Xavier Leggett. Sorry to say, but hey, we're just trying to get better, man. The Carolina Panthers, we're trying to get better, and as you can see, we're just throwing competition and all the places of weakness. So like there's going to be a lot of competition this camp, and I cannot wait to see it unfold. It should be awesome. In round 4, pick 129, we picked cornerback Will Lee III. His nickname is Blanket. So, I mean, if you get somebody with the nickname Blanket to cover people, and he's actually him, you know what I mean? To get a nickname like Blanket, you need to kind of be him. Just saying. But he's from Texas A&M, 6'1", 189 pounds, 23 years old. Don't know too much about him. We'll dive into his highlights in just a second. In round 5, pick 144. This is my second value pick. I think we hit the nail on the head. We picked up center Sam Hecht from Kansas State. 6'4", 303 pounds, 23 years old. But this is a guy who didn't allow any pressures or any sacks last year. Just adding more depth to the center position or just offensive line in general is huge. Because my biggest concern from this offseason, not only Icky going down, but you lose Cade Mays, you lose the other center that we've had for a while. You lose a lot of these different players, and now you're like, damn, not only are we missing our left tackle, but we're lacking on depth. Now you're addressing the depth, adding 2 linemen who might not even start to begin in the year. So I think they did a fantastic job doing that. Round 5, pick 151. Everyone was screaming safety. Please, we need a safety. They went ahead and got a 6'3" safety from Penn State, Zachy Wheatley. He is 24 years old, so a little bit older for a prospect, but his birthday was in February, so he won't be 25 until next offseason anyways. 203 pounds. You got to like the size. Once again, it's a 5th round pick, but you got to like the size. And then we didn't have a 6th round pick, and we went straight to round 7. Pick 227. We picked a linebacker, Jackson Kuwach. He's 6'4", 232 pounds, 22 years old, out of Miami of Ohio. And the thing about this prospect is, I don't think he played very much. I think he only has 1 year of experience, but that 1 year he had over 100 tackles, shit like that. So all I'm saying is, y'all saw what happened the last time we drafted a linebacker with the last name that started with a KU. That's all I'm saying. Obviously not comparing him to Luke, but yeah, let's see, man. Let's go ahead and hop up into the highlights. Yeah, let's go ahead and hop up in the highlights. These highlights are brought to you by for Panther fans only, so appreciate that. Let's check it out and react, see how these players are looking. So here we go, Monroe Freeling. There's your left tackle. They got him circled so you know what he's doing. Nice big hit there. That's what you like to see. I mean, just his steps right there when, like, right out of the huddle. It's nice to see that. Okay, hitting one defensive lineman and then getting to the next one. I mean, look at this guy. Running out to set a screen. Come on now. To set the screen. Hitting 2 players, man. He's done that multiple times in this tape. Just going out, finding the linebacker who he's supposed to hit, getting him out of the way. Okay. So that's what you're drafting, man. And you gotta, once again, remember, 21 years old, man. So much room to grow. Might not even play this year. Hopefully he plays this year. I mean, just look at that. Bringing him to the ground. Going out. The boy can run. The boy can run. His athletics at the pro day or at the combine were like incredible. Like just numbers unheard of for an offensive lineman. Yeah, I mean, he could run. Now here's my favorite player. I mean, look at this. Look at how big this boy is. You pair that with Derek Brown. Not only that, guys, this guy talked about his favorite tackles that are in the league. He said Derek Brown is his favorite tackle. And this is before the draft, so now he's playing with them. Also, his player comp was Ashawn Robinson, so you got a younger Ashawn Robinson, I'm not mad, but I think this guy's going to be a huge beast. Seems to really love the game. Just goofy guy. Says he's going to bring the juice. Says he's going to make his... he's got the number 92. He said he's going to make that look like a single-digit number by how good he's going to be looking out there. So he's the draft pick I'm most excited for from this year. I know I've said that like 50 fucking times, and I apologize, but dude looks like a fucking beast. I don't know what else to say. Let's watch him here. I mean, slippery too for a big guy. Yeah. Oh my God. I'm telling y'all too, man. Like rotating Bobby Brown and Cam Jackson and shit like that in too. Here we go, man. This guy got drafted by his favorite team growing up.
Fade, it is caught.
And you look at his tape.
One play later, and Jake Marklinger has his first in a Tennessee uniform. It's capped
like
off.
For a third-round pick, he looks smooth.
We're gonna make you do it again. They said no problem.
Even though it's been reshuffled a bit.
Not so much his knock, but like.
And streaking downfield is Brown.
I mean, that's just a good focused round. But the thing they say about him, he's supposed to take the top off the defenses for us. He runs like a 4.37 40.
One-on-one on the outside.
Not only that, though.
This offense, that's the reality. If you're going to put
it's just like, and we'll probably see it in this highlight reel, but they didn't ask him to do too much other than like hitch routes and go routes in college.
you put it up in the air and you trust your 6'5" receiver, but right there.
But they already have the rookies. Once again, rookie minicamp is here. They already have the rookies like practicing, and just from looking at them, I know route running can be refined, like needs to be refined and stuff like that, but like it looks decent to begin with. I've definitely seen worse route runners, but man, just like it's exciting to add a piece like this on your offense, man. I just pray that his football field awareness is good. That's all I'm hoping for. I just need him to know if he's close to out of bounds, stuff like that. Because on that play, it looks like he went out before he came back in, to be honest. That's a nice high point catch, man. Hand catch and everything. He's going from number 17 to number 19.
But Bradley showcases hands all on his chest. 3,000
He should have asked XL for that number. XL just needs to change everything so he could be a better receiver.
This was a couple plays ago on the outside, and Pratt sees
Nice
Bradley's really
man.
winning over the top.
In front for UTSA.
Like I said, though,
Hughes is doing well against him. Now going deep for Brazel.
he's skinny. He's skinny.
Chris Brazel.
He's skinny.
Is 5'9",
He needs to add just a little bit of
going up
muscle.
against the 6'5" Brazel. They
Bam!
didn't want
What a
that matchup,
fucking
but look at
catch.
that one-handed catch.
Far tonight. No flag, no jump.
By the way, guys, I'm not someone who's given up on XL. Definitely not. I know receiver, for most people, it takes a couple of years to really, like, hone in. He's working with Chad Johnson right now. Let's just see what happens. Because it's not just so much working with Chad Johnson, it's about working with Chad Johnson, like, listening to what he has to say. I just need Chad Johnson to just gas him up the whole time. Be like, you can be the shit, you can be the shit.
Ball's in the air.
But yeah, man, you got T-Mac, Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jalen Coker, this guy, XL, Bryson Tremaine, and Jimmy Horn Jr. It's a nice little receiving core to start with. Now this is the blanket, Will Lee, man. Mike Jackson, as everybody knows, is like, dude came out of fucking nowhere with his skills. But hey, once again, if you could add more pieces to that already good cornerback room, really the main thing is like if Mike Jackson or JC go down, you need that depth too. So. I know there's a highlight tape of, I mean, let's look at this. Nice. Red up. Look at, on that ass.
And it gets the right hand on it.
Like, fuck no, dude.
Reverse play action.
Okay. Doesn't give up on the play. Man. There you go. That's the JC Horn celebration. Seatbelt, baby. Cornerback is the hardest position to play, dude. And this guy's, he was balling out. Now this is the, once again, this is the Senior Bowl. This dude's just pushing that dude. So this is like the everyone being drafted. Look, there's always a player where you look at him and you're like, damn, how did he drop this far? I really think this guy's going to be the guy for us. We're just like, how the fuck did he fall all the way down that low? To the 5th round. 5th round pick 144. 143 players went before him. Including 4 of ours. Senior Bowl. I mean, look at him moving that dude. He's got good feet, aware. And here's your safety.
Was on their last drive because of a penalty. But 3rd and 7 is a tough spot to be on. Off the edge, blitz by Brown, and throws it up for grabs. That's not a good pass by Richardson. It's intercepted, and Zachy Wheatley on the return.
See, that's a good thing to see, the ball skills, because it's mainly, we have safeties that
pressure up front,
that can play the run already. You have Trayvon Merrick, and then you have, from last year, Ransom. Ransom is like almost a clone of Merrick, but it's never a bad thing to have those attitude, hard-hitting
they'll
players
hand it
on
off
your
on the
team
end
to set the
around.
tone.
Sheffield lost it. Does Penn State have it?
Yeah,
Yes,
man. So
they
if this
do,
guy
Joey
could cover, that would be
Porter. Watch
great.
what I'm about
Once
to talk
again,
about.
though, like
You got this
5th round
tight
pick,
ends.
you
They
hope
were
these
back
players
off the
turn
line
into
of
something.
scrimmage,
But
Gus. Did you see that?
Yes.
And so when you bring the jet sweep across that motion, he's further back
it's just
in the
like with
backfield
Dan Morgan
than
now.
you want
I
him
just,
if you're the center's going to be under
You know,
center
it
and trying to
feels
turn around in the
different.
end zone. That's why he was trying
These
to
years
reach.
feel different.
And I don't
Like, it
think
feels
Sheffield
like-
ever really got that ball cleanly. I think a lot of it had to do with the formation. Those tight ends were lined up as kind of wing backs, so
it feels like players we get in the 5th round will play.
Howard wants to run it.
You know?
Howard to the sideline.
I'm not used to that feeling.
Lost it out of bounds, but did he get in?
where did the ball come out?
Bing.
That ball is out, and then it is kicked forward. Did he fumble it out in the end zone?
Excuse me. Takes on a block with one arm.
Slipped
Is
him
he
easy.
down? He might be down. I think his knee might have gone down. It's really close. What a play. One-handed. Ball comes out. Yep, ball comes out first.
I think Hugh Wheatley's the guy that covered it.
Yeah.
But
Damn. Damn, that's
Penn State will take over. Zachy Wheatley.
Okay,
is one of the
Panther
first guys
fans
here tonight.
only. I
And
see
Sutton
y'all with the
Trying to fake
music.
snap at least. They did not. They went quick snap.
I just don't like the shot. From the pocket over the middle. Drops.
Oh, what a grab, dude.
Intercepted. Zachy Wheatley comes up with a deflection. Zion Tracy batted the ball in the air.
What a catch.
Around the football, oftentimes
Just once again, just to have the focus to make that grab. One-handed.
getting his hand in there. I don't know if he tipped the ball or not, but Zachy with a one-handed interception.
Zaki.
Big time play from this Nittany Lions defense early in this ball game.
Take it in.
Run blitz pays off.
You could tell with that call they were thinking 4-down territory, and Penn State stuff that they're going to have to punt here.
Zachy Wheatley came
Hey,
Yeah, from the secondary.
always love seeing someone who's willing to hit. Now here we go. The next Keekly. Y'all get ready at the stadium. Ooh, watch. Watch. All right, bro. Okay. Okay, good hit. Damn, it just looks like he wants to get back there, you know? Okay. 7th round pick, tempering up expectations, but like I said, since Dan Morgan and company's been in, it seems like they can find players out of nowhere, whereas that hasn't always been the case. Okay. Well, that was the draft class, guys. That was it. Seems to be pretty great. Happy to bring them along with our free agent picks, Jalen Phillips and Devin Lloyd. Those are our main ones. Rasheed Walker. Let's go ahead and just compare and like let's see how it should compare to the other Dan Morgan draft classes. Here's Dan Morgan's other draft classes since he's been the GM for us. His first draft class was XL, Jonathan Brooks, Trevin Wallace, Jatavion Sanders, Shaw Smith-Wade, Jaden Crumedy, and Michael Barrett. So, honestly, that draft class is pretty good just because Michael Barrett turned into Mike Jackson. Shaw Smith-Wade is a pretty good nickel, in my opinion. I know people feel this way, that way about him. Jatavion Sanders, I think, is a fine tight end. If it's just injuries is his main issue, and it's like freak accidents that he's getting. He's just getting he gets hit hard. Trevin Wallace, once again side to side linebacker. I still think he's got all the tools to be a really good linebacker, but last year injury history. Jonathan Brooks, this is the pick that's going to tell us whether this was a good draft class or not, because we've only seen him play in a couple of games before he retore his ACL. He didn't play last year while Rico Dowdle was signed, but Rico Dowdle did not get re-signed this offseason because we knew Jonathan Brooks was coming back, and we need to see what he's got. And man, he just looks electric, but 2 knee surgeries isn't the best. And then XL, just year 3, brother. I don't know what else to say. Year 3, pick it up. And then last year's draft class, honestly, might have been one of the best draft classes we've ever had. It might be number 1 overall. You got T-Mac with the first pick, Nick Scorton with the second pick, Princely Umami Yellen with the third pick, Trevor Etienne, 4th pick, Lathan Ransom with the another 4th rounder, Cam Jackson with the 5th round pick, Mitchell Evans, who played some tight end, with another 5th round pick, and then ending it with Jimmy Horn Jr. Once again, everyone except Cam Jackson had a role on the team, so that's saying something about that draft class. So we'll evaluate that compared to this one. I think this one is another really strong, solid one that we'll look back at and be like, okay, we got another 3 to 4 starters out of this. Maybe 1 superstar, you know what I mean? Maybe 2. You never know. So that's our draft class. The Charlotte Hornets unfortunately couldn't make the playoffs. They lost their final play-in tournament, but the Carolina Hurricanes are in the Eastern Conference Final. They've won 8 straight, so 2 sweeps in a row. But yeah, that's my Panther news. Really excited because everything's back. In June, they'll take their long break. And then in July, they'll pick things back up in the full gear and get everything started. The schedule will come out Thursday this week, so I'll be doing another video breaking down the schedule and then kind of giving a wins-loss based off that. Just initial one, just so I could see how I did by the end of next year. Once again, just initial, based off everything, based off no injuries, based off just perfection. But we'll look at that. That's going to be really exciting. See how many primetime games we have this year. I bet we have like 2 to 3. And let me know who your favorite player from this draft class is. Leave a comment below. Tell me how you're feeling. Other than that, let's go Panthers. Keep pounding.